Yo, you guys, welcome back to another video. It is Michigan Sports Talk here, and before we get into this one, if you guys are new around here, I greatly appreciate it if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And other than that, let's get right into today's video. So we got a lot to cover here. We're gonna start off with a offensive tackle, which is Willie Allen, who transferred to Michigan. He is 6'6", 343-pound graduate student from Louisiana Tech. He began his career at LSU, went to Tyler Junior College in Texas, and then continued it at Louisiana Tech. And in 2019, he became the Bulldogs' starting left tackle, and he did pretty dang good there. 15 pressures. He only conceded 2 sacks in 13 games, according to Pro Football Focus. So we're going to be talking about him a little bit here in this one, and then other things as we go along. But I actually covered a whole video on Willie Allen coming to Michigan in the transfer portal. I explained how a nice big guy would be awesome for an offensive tackle, but it seems like as spring practice and the spring game and everything was going on, I don't think Willie Allen was going to be one of our starters on the offensive line. So I think that is why he is entering the transfer portal. But yeah, we're going to be covering him right here real quick. So as you guys know, senior offensive lineman Ryan Hayes said he and Andrew Stuber were running with the first team at the 2 tackle positions, so that would obviously leave out Willie Allen. So he was probably not really, obviously everybody who enters the transfer portal, I feel like they just want to start, they want to play more. So that's what he did. He thought when Jalen Mayfield left, he could get the starting job and battle for it, but it seems right now that if he would have stayed, he really wouldn't have been starting. And obviously I'm pretty sure it would be his last year, I'm pretty sure. If not two years left for him for eligibility, but I'm not sure. I think it would be his last year, so he would not have been starting. So I think that is why he entered the transfer portal, which is fine. So Willie Allen was recruited by Michigan when Ed Warner was the offensive line coach. Obviously his contract was not renewed though, so he was replaced by the tight ends coach Sharon Moore. So that is who recruited Willie Allen. And obviously Willie Allen was on LSU, and I was pretty excited about when we got him, because he looked pretty big, but you just didn't know how he would have done here. So obviously he would not have been starting, so that is why he's entering the transfer portal. So don't worry really too much about that, guys. When I saw him, like, oh dang, another guy entering the transfer portal, but this one isn't as big or anything to it's not really anything to worry about right now. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be getting into here is Courtney Morgan, our new program's director of player personnel. He was announced that job on Friday, which was just yesterday. So after Matt Dudek left, the abrupt departure, Michigan football got Courtney Morgan as their program's director of player personnel. So he is new to the program and to the staff, so huge congrats to him for being a part of this team, and hopefully he does well. So he was actually a former offensive lineman for the Wolverines from 1999 to 2003, so very cool. A former player coming back here to Michigan to coach and to lead on the recruiting side as well, so that would be huge for the offensive lineman maybe, but we'll see. So apparently Jim Harbaugh called Morgan a Michigan man through and through. I don't really know what that means, but just a Michigan man coming back here to Michigan, and obviously a former player, so very cool to have him on the team, and should be pretty cool, so hopefully he does good here. And I'm gonna say, Harbaugh has a brand new staff. Obviously we don't know how they're gonna do, but I think they will do good. He has gotten, in my opinion, he's gotten recruiters as a staff. He's got a lot of coaches that can recruit, and I think that will be huge. But they also got to coach the players and develop the players is a really huge key thing to do as a coach here, especially when Harbaugh in recent years he hasn't done well at developing players, so we'll see how that goes. But right now, I think we are getting a staff of recruiters, and hopefully they can develop the players as well as we get better recruits. So hopefully, we do get better recruits and everything. So we'll see how it goes. But I think, getting a new staff and everything was huge, and I think this staff will do pretty good, but we got to see how they do. Got to give them a couple years as well, obviously, because they just came here, so it's not going to change instantly. But I mean, they could for sure change it instantly if they want, but they got to build their own team, obviously. So we'll see how they do. But I think from last year we're going to see a lot more improvement from last year to this year into the season, and who knows, how, I don't know how we're going to do, but we'll see how we go. But yeah. Alright, so looking here, this is what Jim Harbaugh said in his statement about him, all of it. So here it is. Harbaugh called Morgan a Michigan man through and through. His impressive track record will help our program tremendously. I'm looking forward to his fresh perspective and new insights from a recruiting and a player development standpoint. So he was hired actually to help kickstart recruiting, so that'll be very huge here. I'm telling you guys, he is getting a staff that can recruit, which will be huge, I think, but you also got to develop the players. So we will see how that goes, but I think, he is really trying to get people that can recruit, because I think he's starting to realize that, Ohio State is getting all these great players. He needs to put along a staff that can recruit good players just like Ohio State, and the only thing that he's got to do now is develop them into great players. So we'll see how it all goes. So Morgan's history here throughout coaching, he spent 2 seasons at UCLA in 2012 and 2013. He also went to Fresno State University for 1 year, and then prior to 2019 he oversaw recruiting at San Jose State University. So that is his history there, and now here he is at Michigan. So after the hire, this is what Morgan said about Coach Harbaugh and him being here at Michigan now, part of this team. This is what all he said. I want to thank Coach Harbaugh for bringing me back to the University of Michigan, a place that means a great deal to me in my life. I look forward to showing our student athletes what Michigan football can do for their lives on the field and beyond their playing years. So very cool there. Obviously a former Michigan player, like I said, and very huge here, I think. I think he will be a leader as a coach and a great recruiter. We'll see how that goes. And, I think it's huge that Jim Harbaugh got a former Michigan football player. Obviously, we got Mike Hart, one of the best running backs to ever play the game here at Michigan. Huge hire there at running backs. And now we got another former player here. We also got Ron Bellamy, which was a former player here as well. Also won the high school state championship with Donovan Edwards. So they're both here at Michigan. So very, very cool to see here what Harbaugh is doing with this new staff. And we got, 4 counting Harbaugh now too. 4 former players that are now coaching here at Michigan, so very huge there. And obviously they all want to win here because they played for Michigan. They love this school, so obviously they're going to do everything they possibly can to win here, so don't worry. So I think that's really going to wrap up today's video. There's not really much going on right now. Obviously Michigan football is not playing right now, so it's just a little bit of some news that's going on. But that is pretty much going to be the video, guys. If you guys made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. If you guys could go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. And just a little short video here, just revolving around Michigan football news. We'll have more for you guys later. But leave a comment down below in the comment section what videos, what things you want me to cover in the comment section down below. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.